Everybody, Healthy Prepper here with some unusual uses for tin foil or aluminum foil for preppers. Okay, number one, the obvious, the tin foil hat. Had to get that one in there. Number two, making foil wraps around food to be used in campfires, steam pouches or baking pouches. We've all known this as wrapping the old baked potato and tossing it in the hot coals. You can do this with a lot of different kinds of food because the foil will protect the food as you cook it. The higher you raise the food away from the heat, the less chance it will burn. Okay, so number three would be you can have makeshift drinking cups, pots, pans, bowls, plates, you name it. If you can form a shape out of it, you can use it as a some type of a container. I would recommend doubling it or tripling it just so you don't get any poke through. All right, the next one is number 4, Firestarter Extender. If you've heard about taking a cotton ball plus petroleum jelly or a Vaseline type jelly to use as a fire starter, or some people use dryer lint and add a little bit of petroleum jelly to it, using these to start a fire is great, but if you place them on a piece of foil, the fire starting capacity of that little piece of cotton ball and the petroleum jelly will be extended greatly. So you'll get much more bang for your buck that way. Number 5, you can use tin foil as a signal mirror. Its reflective surface can work quite well in the day. Number 6, a pot scrubber. Let's say you forgot your pot scrubber and you're out there, or you have to clean your barbecue grill, something like that. Right now, remember, don't clean a Teflon pot. Obviously, that will scratch the Teflon off. But you can clean a barbecue grill or a regular pot in a pinch. Okay, next is build a fire screen to radiate more heat at you. Plus, it helps hide your fire from observers. So you can build a big one or a small one. Here's just an example of one. And you can extend this between a couple rocks or 2 trees, however you like to do it. Okay. Number 8, you can sharpen your scissors or your blades on tin foil. You basically draw the blade into the tin foil over and over and over again, and it will sharpen it. This is a metal, and that would be against another metal, so that will help sharpen. Number 9, fix loose batteries. What you're going to do is fold a little square of aluminum foil, and if it's loose between the coil and the battery, you can use a tiny piece of folded tin foil in between the battery and the coil as a conductor, since this is a metallic substance. All right. Number 10, you can wrap it around your tree trunks to deter any bark eaters that are perhaps eating the bark of your fruit trees or any part of your garden that you do not want animals or rodents or deer nibbling away at the trunks of your garden trees. Number 11, you can use a foil reflector behind any kind of light to amplify the light, even a candle. If you put a candle in front of a tinfoil reflector, it will amplify the light. It will also guide the light in a direction that you want it to go if you use a blockade like this. Okay. Number 12, an improvised frying pan out there if the SHTF situation happens. What you want to do is get yourself a Y-shaped stick, and then you would put the tinfoil across the opening, wrapping it around quite well, and you can place different food items right on here to fry. You want to wrap the ends of the stick very well in the tinfoil so they do not burn. Okay, number 13, you can wrap matches in foil to keep them dry in a pinch. It won't be perfectly airtight, but it will keep general sweat and moisture away if you've got these in a bug-out bag or in your back pocket, perhaps, and the SHTF has happened and you're bugging out. All right, another number 14, the old foil lures. Yes, you can take a little piece of tin foil in a pinch, wrap it around the end of a fish hook, and it will be shiny and reflective, just like a little lure, and you can also fringe the ends a little bit to give it a little bit of movement in the water, and hopefully you'll catch a fish. All right. Number 15, you can make a funnel out of foil. A great handy device, especially considering you don't know what the shape or size of your desired entrance area will be for the foil or for the funnel. So basically, you can it's nice because you can make the bottom of it any shape you want, make the top any shape you want, and go ahead and pour your substance in. This can work for powders or liquids. Number 16, you can make a windscreen for a stove. Say you have an alcohol stove or a butane stove, something like that. You can use a piece of tin foil as a windscreen to help you keep it going and get your food cooked. Number 17, an impromptu lid. We all know this one. You just slap a piece of tin foil on the top and voila, instant lid. Number 18, you make a makeshift antenna. Okay, some of us do remember this from days gone back, and some still today who use rabbit ears. Well, we never know when an SHTF situation happens what communications are going to be like. We don't even know if we're going to be able to use antenna if the grid is down. But if you ever had the opportunity to use one, maybe a piece of tin foil could be your best friend. And the last one, number 19, the good old insulate windows. Who has not seen this on the old mobile home park? That's right, it really does work. You can insulate those windows. It will reflect heat out and also keep heat in. So there you go, folks. A couple tips for preppers out there that might be a little bit unusual. And if you have any more, we would love to hear them. Please feel free to share them below. And give us any tips or tricks you've learned along the way with aluminum foil or tin foil. And we go on from here trying to gather new ideas and ways to prep better. Take care, everyone. Happy and healthy prepping.